Hey lovely, so today I want to talk about meltdowns and how to help your kids get through a meltdown as fast as possible and make sure that those meltdowns actually start happening more and more rarely and less frequently. So first of all, we need to realize that when the child is melting down, it's not because they are trying to be bratty or have their own way or manipulate us. When a child is melting down, it's because the emotions that they are dealing with are too much for them to hold by themselves. So they cannot process those emotions and they cannot deal with them. Up to the age of 7, kids emotional regulation depends solely on co-regulation. Their brain, their prefrontal cortex is not developed enough for them to actually self-regulate. So they depend on your help as much as they depend on air and water. So you need to help them through that meltdown. And by that connection, by that co-regulation, by being close and simply borrowing your or lending them your calm and they are borrowing your calm, that will wire their brain for self-regulation when they grow up enough for that. So you need to help them co-regulate over and over again until it clicks, and that will be no sooner than around the age of 7. So yeah, that's a lot of co-regulating ahead of you. So how do we stay grounded in their storm? Because if you are dysregulated, you won't be able to help them. You need to regulate your nervous system first so that you can help them regulate their nervous system. So what you can do to stay regulated when they are losing it. That's when I use the 5 steps of emotional regulation. It's an emotional regulation process step by step. The acronym is those 5 letters, S.T.E.P.S, steps, the steps of emotional regulation. The first letter S stands for emotional state. So you need to realize what you're feeling in this moment. Are you angry, frustrated, anxious, overstimulated? When you realize what you're feeling, you need to focus on the triggers. That's letter T, S-T. The trigger is not an outside event. The trigger is what you're thinking about the outside event. So if someone drops their shoes in the middle of the hall, you might think that they are doing that in spite of you and you will feel angry. Or you might think that you have to pick that up and you already have a lot on your plate and you will feel overwhelmed. You might think that, oh, my kids are feeling safe in the home that I created for them, and you won't feel any of those negative emotions. So it all depends on the thoughts you're having currently in your mind. And another thing, when you think of those triggers, it might also be the activity of your mirror neurons. That means the part of the brain responsible for empathy. So if your child is melting down right next to you, you will sense that energy and those emotions, and you will soak that in. So when you realize, okay, I'm sensory overstimulated because of the noise, I'm overwhelmed with all those emotions, so this is why I'm feeling this way. And that also might be some social expectations, like what kind of mother am I when my child is behaving this way? That adds to your overwhelmed self-criticism and anxiety. That's not helpful, not helpful at all. So when your child is melting down, it means nothing about you. It means that they are processing a lot of emotions. And when you come home from work, you had to pick your kid up on the way home. You are overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed too, and they're expressing that. So you need to allow yourself to feel your own emotions too. So that's step number 3. If you realize, okay, I'm overwhelmed and I'll be frustrated and angry if I don't do anything about that soon, So the next step is empathizing, but not with the child yet. You're not regulated yet, so you need to empathize with yourself first. Empathize with yourself, allow yourself to feel that emotion. You have full right to feel your emotions, just like your child. So the next step, letter P, is for perking up. So you physically remove yourself from the space where your child is melting down, as long as they're safe. If they're not going to hurt themselves, leave them for a minute. They won't die. Just regulate your own nervous system first. After you made sure that your child is safe, regulate your nervous system first. Perk up means that you do the opposite. So if you're frustrated, overstimulated, just calm your nervous system by some deep breaths, a grounding activity, or whatever works for you. You can do some mantras or affirmations, or follow your breathing, whatever works for you. And after that, the final letter S is solution. So that's when you go back to your child and co-regulate. That means just being close to them. That means allowing them to have their own feelings. That means physical contact, hug. Sometimes that's all they need. Allowing them to feel their emotions, holding space for them, hug, and being there for them. Why is it so important? I work with many spiritual moms who repeat the same thing. They have those intuitive superpowers that can be easily turned into parenting superpowers. Yet when they get triggered by their kids' behavior, by their kids' emotions, by something from their childhood that their kids' behavior reminds them of, that's when they lose touch with the source. They lose touch with their higher self, and they cannot use their own intuitive powers. That's why I have just circled back to this emotional regulation pattern, because it's so important for all of us, for all those spiritual moms who want to feel their emotions, feel their kids' emotions, allow those kids to actually express themselves, yet at the same time they feel so triggered that they cannot stay connected with the source and with their own superpowers. So that's why I have opened now 3 spots for pocket coaching, Gaia's Whisper, which is coaching in your phone. So I will be whispering Gaia's channeled messages into your phone to guide you through those difficult situations, to help you. And you will also get my best parenting tools and knowledge. You will also get card readings, and you also get 2 days of pocket coaching for free as a trial. So comment whisper under this video if you want to try it out today. And the free trial spots are limited, so make sure to snap yours before they're gone. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.